Alrighty, here we go. We have 4 minutes until takeoff. So looking forward to this one. This is the very first ride on the... They don't call it the Hammer. It's just called the H2, but I am calling it the Hammer H2 because it's the upgrade from the Hammer. Brian Smith, how are we doing? A few questions come through early on. By the way, if the music is too loud, please let me know. I can adjust all that. Just warming the legs up. I haven't been on the bike for 3 days, maybe. I've done 2 runs in the last 2 days, collecting some data from the Apple Watch and the Garmin Forerunner and things like that. So I've been off the bike. But the Hammer H2 has been sitting here in a box, and I've got to do... Well, I want to do a full review of that thing to see what it's about. And I thought, what better time to throw it on the bike. So I've recorded taking it out of the box. It's quite easy. Pull the legs out, put the cassette on, and away you go. Recorded that. I have that filmed. So I thought I'd just go live and we'll just ride it. No spin down that I could find in the app. Has the latest firmware. We've done all that. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Where's my DR mug? I have no idea what that means. What have we got? 2 minutes. I have my 3 sources of power. Let me just check if I've correctly... So we have the Saris FEC, which is the H2. We have the Saris FEC H2 controllable trainer and the cadence sensor because it estimates cadence. Heart rate strap on and good. So all our paired devices are happy days. Is the Lama here? Yes. Oh, he is, but he can't click the right place on the screen. Yep. Hang on. I have to click in the exact spot, right? Okay. Here we go. He was here. Yes, I'm here. Okay, we've got about 90 seconds to go. Should be pretty chilled. HDR, my HDR mug, I've got no idea, mate. Probably in the dishwasher. Like everything else I throw in there. What I was going to check though is we've got trainer difficulty set to max, 3D world volume, 3 sec average power. Right on indeed. Nah, looks good. Okay, cool. We're all set up, ready to go. I'm collecting the data on the aciomas, which have been zeroed a couple of minutes ago, and the stages left-right, which has been zeroed as well. Wow, 266, 269. That's a number of people you're seeing about to join the ride, or sitting there in these pens waiting, ready to go. That's cool. That'll be over 300. That is awesome to see. Such a good ride, this one. $30 seconds to go. Okay, let me get set up here. Again, I haven't even changed gears on this trainer to what I need. Can't miss the start. Cannot miss the start. Social Spinner, how are we doing? Sharky Evil from Romania. Good stuff. Sorry, my head's in the comments just here. I'll fix that later on. Again, you've got to get the power up and spinning. I'm going to start my head units at this right time. There we go. 2 Garmin's and a Zwift up and running. Oh, see, look at that. Excuse me while I sort out some technical difficulties on a very first ride here. 20 watts? 20 watts? Well, you see, I was actually going to showcase this new trainer. It's me swearing internally. Intensely. Yeah, give me that one, 1400 watts. Come on. All right, well, life as the H2 hammer here in the Lama lab has just intensely pissed me off. Fuck. So we're a minute down. RPMs are all up to shit. Let's fix that. Classic live YouTube. That was literally the first ride. If I look pissed, I am. What can you do? So, whilst I like to sugarcoat some shit here, that's fucking horrible. That was literally the first turn of the pedal. Maybe I should have tested that first. Maybe I've got better freaking expectations of freaking shit working. Fucking hell. Now I'm shagged. As I was saying, I've been on the bike for 2 days. Do we tag this one as epic fail? It's going to be close. Ah, fuck, I'm pissed off. That's crazy. Here's the excuse I've heard twice this week. Oh, the one we've sent you must have been damaged in transit. Now, it wasn't towards this product, it was 2 others. The damaged goods here is currently my attitude. Unbelievable. Yeah, 2Ks. While we're at it, that text on the screen is in the worst position it could ever be placed. The global standard on everything is to put text in the lower third, not right there where I'm trying to look up the road. I didn't need this. Pull it down, bro. I'm going to leave this stream up. I was kind of hoping to showcase what we could do live with the likes of Saris, Zwift, branding, etc. Fuck, RIP that idea. If I can work with this guy, I might be able to get him back. I'm toast. What happened, Chris? Very first ride, I'm the trainer and the power. Just stuck at 20 watts. Didn't move. Cridland, you're a champion. Sorry for you getting me puffing. Better than me swearing. Now I'm cooked, but bacon's up the road. If we make it back, I'm just going to mute the microphone for a bit. If you can lip read, join the chorus. Cridland, mate, I owe you a beer. I'll be back. And we're back. I don't want to come down now. Give me a moment. So I've done a review of another trainer today, which will go out in next week or so. And one of the topics I was discussing was there's a bit of power and accuracy in the sprints. In the past, that's okay. Like, we get it. Smart trainers are new. 2018, second half of 2018, not acceptable. And to be having that issue just there, I like to think I'm across pairing sensors, pairing the correct sensors, having a correct configuration. But if that's the result of me pulling that out of the box, God help the consumer. Because I try. I fucking try. And if that's the experience, I get it. I get the frustration everyone has. I get people asking, why doesn't it work? Because sometimes it doesn't. James Miller's asking, yeah, just roll back to the start and have a look at how many watt bombs I was dropping. Anyhow, apologies for that bit of colour in the day for 13 minutes 29. Christ. Apologies for the swears, but sometimes that's what it takes. Ah, oh, Christ. Christ in a good way. Rightio. So, I muted the screen. I may get a strike on YouTube for that, but I don't care. I'm here to help. And look, at the end of the day, me experiencing that kind of stuff out of the box is going to get fed straight back to the people who need to know. And they can address it. Because the last thing I'd want is someone to watch my videos, watch the content, get as hyped as I do writing this stuff, and not have that same experience of success. Have that experience I just had, that lets me down. That really lets me down if that's the case. So, yeah, Kevin mentions in the comments, I'm not like I have multiple power sources. Good point. Because if that was one power source that you had, you're gone. That's day over. You step off the bike. I don't know. Maybe it was a bit too real, a bit too raw, just unboxing that without even writing it. But I'll leave that kind of crap to the industry to review and rate. What you're going to get here, though, is exactly that. No bullshit. That wasn't personal best. I'm well far off personal best. Andrew Tompkins asks, what trainer will I be going going to this next 6 months or so, mate, outside, because the weather's warming up here. Here we go, mate, to the first, accidentally off the front of the first place. So we are back. Okay, now I can chill. So to Andrew, answer your question about which trainer I'll go to, all of them. I ride throughout the summer, indoors doing this stuff as well. The power number is coming, I think I'm on the Asiomas. I just clicked anything super quick. It might even be the Asioma via Bluetooth. I just, excuse me, panicked and saw one that was reading. So I clicked on that. So it'll either be the stages left, stages right, Favero left, Favero right. Who knows? Could even be some guy riding past down the street I've just linked into. Zwift Fitness mentions his H2's coming next week. Good luck. Good luck. I'll be grabbing those log files and having a quick look over those. Alrighty. Neuroson asks, if I had to choose one trainer, what would it be? The Lama Revolution. Hands down. For training. Not for simulation. For good training indoors. Lama Revolution. Absolutely brilliant. It's not smart. It's loud. You don't have to plug it in. But for pure training, that was my go-to for years and years out on the road racing. So sorry to not answer Kicker on Neo. Summer reviews outdoors. No, look, I'm super fluid with what's on the cards. If a new product was to come out next week, I can be on it. If I have it, if it's something interesting I can have in 5 minutes and talk about, I can make content on it. If it's something I need to test for months. But as long as I'm interested in it, that's pretty much my yardstick. If I'm not interested in it, or I think it's a complete joke, I won't look at it. Steve asks about the Kicker Core review. Absolutely, very soon. The Asioma is on Bluetooth. Thanks. So since I'm on a Windows machine here, I think I'm paired via the companion app down here. You can see the blue, if I go phone focus. You can see the blue, blue Bluetooth. Brain's not working anymore. Symbol up the top there. Jet Black Whisper Drive Smart and asks Andrew, their firmware update. I'll do a short update on those in the next Lama news little video I did. That little video where I crammed in a lot of news into one small video did really well, so I'll do more of those. There's tons of stuff that I don't cover, such as the Jet Black Whisper Drive firmware 44 fixes the erg mode and the cadence sensor stuff. Not worth a whole video about just that, but still worth doing an update. Here comes the thunderstorm. Stephen, yeah, the plan is to do a full Lama lab test on the H2. Based on that, I can't do anything at all. What we saw just tonight. Yeah, the other week I had 3 or 4 videos lined up where the things just fall apart or either aren't ready. And it's what you saw there on the live stream. A lot of swearing. How many kickers do I have chained together today? That was an interesting video. That really was just me having a bit of fun after a couple of frustrating days. And I got some hate on that one. I did. People tell me I'm cooked. I've jumped the shark, wasting their time. Got this standard internet abuse, which I think means I've got enough viewers that people are watching. And look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. YouTube presenting topics have a lifespan for sure. We see it all the time. People come and go. My stuff will expire one day. And for a few people, me linking up 2 kickers was that expiry date. Oops, I'm pushing the pace a bit on the front. But it is what it is. I had fun. I would have done that even without the cameras on, so it wasn't made for television. Yeah, Jim liked it. Thanks, mate. Somebody did comment, I'm a physics teacher and I love everything about this. Nailed it. That's what it was about. Stephen talks about the Magnus M2 Flywheel. Yeah, I suspect it'd be the same. One thing with the Magnus, it was super light. The Flywheel was super small, but damn it packed a punch. If you went up a hill on that thing, it'd grab a ton of resistance. Now I'm not sure I've actually got changing of resistance with the trainer, though. I'm not sure if it's smart controlled or it's just me changing the gears based on the gradient that I'm seeing. Not sure. Whew. But I think this video is case in point, and I will leave it up, that I don't know what I encountered there, and I can't write off the trainer as a whole, but that's embarrassing for everyone, isn't it? Really. Ricardo asked about the kicker snap. Yeah, sure. Kicker snap, look, you're going to save some money on the kicker snap going the lower level kicker with the wheel on. But with that, you're saving money, but you're buying yourself a little bit more accuracy of power and also a little bit more maintenance with making sure that trainer tire is clean, the roller is pressed on correctly, and a spin down is performed every ride if you're using it as a power source. So there's give or take. If you've got the time and patience to do that, cool. It holds erg mode, it does sim mode, but in saving yourself some money, you're not going to get the same experience as a direct drive trainer. Oh, there's some good commentary there from Yug. The snap is a quiet trainer. Yeah, it is. Which is the best wheel-based smart trainer? Well, the kicker snap's definitely up there. I didn't mind the ramper back in the day. Tax have a lot of experience and a lot of years with their prosciuttos, their vortexes. So they've been around for years as well. So if you can test one with your own bike, always recommended. Go to a bike store, put your bike on, make sure it's compatible, see if you get some after sales service, because God knows we all need it every now and then. 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm now. Kikakura Elite Drivo. Kikakura has the potential for sure. But we need to see them out in the field. We need hundreds of them in the hands of people riding them to see what they're all about. William, you're on the money, man. You value loudness. Which is the loudest? You will need the Le Mans Revolution, or maybe the Rev Box. The Rev Box out of New Zealand, which was horrible to ride, but it made a lot of noise. My best content is ahead of me, not behind me. Well, I think some would say my content is probably due to expire after my outburst there at the start. But if you get where I'm coming from with that, if you've hung around, if you've seen the frustration, the swears, you know the wavelength I'm on then. And as an Aussie, we're born to swear. Why don't big bike companies make smart trainers? Asked Tim Scott. This is a very, very good discussion. One that I stirred the pot with on Twitter this week regarding bike manufacturers not supporting indoor trainers for most of their warranties, which is ludicrous because there's a whole industry there they're ignoring. Everyone's using their bikes on the indoor trainers. Nobody's breaking their bikes on indoor trainers. It doesn't happen. They're spreading bullshit that it does, or there's risks in doing so. Back to the question about why big bike companies aren't making smart trainers. Well, they don't support them for a start. What they need to be worried about though is smart bikes, because very soon the trainer companies are going to be replacing these bike companies with the cycling experience, and people will be replacing their bikes less and less if you ride an indoor smart bike that gives you a better experience. It's a weird industry. It's a weird industry, the bike industry. I am at arm's length from it. I would call myself an associate, but I don't agree with a lot of it. Speaking of which, I booked my tickets to Interbike. So heading off on Sunday, back over to the States. Looking forward to that. Any videos on travel cases for people who want to fly to a destination? Absolutely, Anthony. I have a video on how to pack a bike for air travel. And I also have a video on the Elite Borson bike bag, packing that, and my experience traveling with that the other week. So yes, jump over on the YouTube search, just GPLama travel. You should be able to find one that I've done, or other content. Alexandre asks about using a translator. When I could answer the question on Instagram. Okay, the question's been asked a few times. For the GoPro audio, I use a separate mic. So the microphone that I use is under my jersey here with the GoPro. So I have the GoPro out here or wherever, but the microphone is under my jersey, and I have a phone in my back pocket recording that audio. So hopefully that answers your question. And it's, yeah, to sync those together, it's later on. I get home, upload the footage to Final Cut Pro, upload the audio, and sync them from there. So it sounds like the audio is coming from the camera. Local Trek dealers have displays, Zwift displays. Yeah, somebody did point out a Trek tweet where Trek said their bikes are supported on indoor trainers. So Trek are in the okay basket for now. Need to do a video of training on Zwift in the departure lounge for using free airport Wi-Fi. Yeah, the biggest problem there is usually the other second factor auth, or the little sandboxing authentication they have that pops up. You need to get rid of that first. Should work after that, depending on their firewalling. Can I deep dive the power numbers capturing the dropout in the Epic Trainer? Ask Chris Ma. Nah, I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep that offline. I'll do that myself and send it over to Saris. All you'll get is me just being frustrated. Like, the nerds love it, and I get it that people want to see that, but it's about interesting things. And that just gets me shot in the head from the industry for talking shit about products that don't work. Which I do, but I'll give them the chance to respond to that first. Speaking of which, and speaking vaguely, I did receive a super threatening email this week. Extremely threatening email from a corporation asking me to take down a video. Not a corporation you would have heard of either, so it's not none of the big ones. It's the daily grind, I guess. You put things up online. If I had had 20 views and say 13 subscribers to the channel, they would have skimmed straight over. But these kind of numbers, you get targeted. So my response was colourful and forceful. But that's the kind of shit you go through. Like, so for example, this video here, Saris. I've never had a problem with them, but you can see the issue they may take with me publishing a video like this. But if any video is taken down, another video will go in its place explaining why I took it down. And God, I'd have some fun doing that. Anyhow, back onto the happy stuff. Himanshu asks about heart rate and recovery. It's a very personal thing about your own fitness. You'll find the fitter you get, the faster your heart rate will come down. So it's an unknown one, that one. One for a coach who can review all your data from years in response to training, etc. What's the highlight I'm looking forward to at Eurobike? Oh, sorry, at Interbike? There's a bit of work going on in the background with trainers. So it's sort of more of an industry thing. More on that soon. But like Eurobike, it's not a trade show for business to consumer. It's more B2B stuff, which I somehow am involved with these days, which is kind of cool. The biggest cog on the back hits the rear caging. Okay. It's close. Oh, the camera angle, sorry, is a little bit... I'll have a closer look at that one, but yeah, good point. I will have a look at the bike clearance. Apart from Zwift, what's your favourite video game? Excite Bike on the NES, Wolf 3D, and the classic Doom. Oh. Now, given I did the after party in reverse here, just going to chill on this last lap. We'll go easy. Thomas has bought a Snap 2017 trainer tie. Do I think it'll be okay from a noise perspective in a closed room next to your kid's bedroom? Depends how well your kids sleep. You're just going to have to test it and see. If you're on floorboards, there may be a little bit of vibration. If you're on concrete, fine. There's ways you can dampen things down a bit. Whew. All right, no warm-up. No warm-up, that sucks. Catching up with DC Rainmaker over there, absolutely. Ray will be over there at Interbike, so looking forward to catching up with Ray. If I can wrangle him for a few minutes, we'll sit down and have a chat about what we've seen, what we think's new, what's coming up. Unfortunately, no RV trips over there. We're making our own way there this year to Reno. That was a blast though, hitting a Eurobike and just hanging out with Ray for 2 weeks. Just total bike nerds, just, yep. I don't think we played any tunes or music in the RV for the whole 2 weeks because we were just like talking, sharing stories. Whoops, I'll get thrown out of the game if I don't wait for the beacon on the last lap. So what happens here is Tim calls go for the race lap, but you have to be behind him. Here we go. I'm not racing. I've already done my race tonight. And the place to go, so you'd be dropping a power of about now, getting a slingshot through all these people. There we go, so race on. So if you want to race the last lap, that's what it's all about. Oh, I'll just chill this one though. Here's a Zwift tip I should put in a video itself. The app now runs in the background. So if you're a Zwifter, like me, and you do a ton of time indoors, and you're scrolling things like Instagram. Let's see what's new on Instagram. Oh yeah, nice one. Oporto putting dinner right there for me. Body Talk, that's the jersey I'm in tonight. So when you've done all that, typically when you went back to the app, it'd reconnect. Nowadays, it's on. Remains on in the background, which is super handy. Any difference in ride feel of the H2 versus the Drivo 2? I am not in a position to know. We've had a few technical issues with the Hammer H2 tonight. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned on that one. The marketing of this trainer says you can use it in a library. If I was in a library, someone's using this next to me, I wouldn't be happy. Not quite library quiet. But yeah, back to the app. Really happy about that, so I can switch over. So regarding my tweet on the offer for bike companies to test their trainers. So here was my tweet from the other day. Volunteering my service to any bike company who would like to test or certify their frames on ergos and trainers. It's time to start supporting consumers and how they use their bikes. I've got all the ergos ready to go. Let's develop a protocol and get this done. 148 likes. 16 retweets and offers of support from the industry to get that done properly. First person to guess how many bike companies contacted me in the last 24 hours wins a prize. When the library is shut. And now when we switch back to the app, boom, we're good. That's cool. $10K to go. There we go. Everyone wins. No bike companies. Everyone wins a prize. Come see me at Tour Down Under. I'll give you a tow up Norton Summit or a coffee at what's the tower there, the lookout? I can't remember now, my brain's gone to mush. How well is the flywheel balanced? On the Hammer H2, perfect. No vibrations at all. Okay, I'm in front of Bacon, or the Beacon. Still recovering from that effort though, really. Mentally too. Andre asks about the fans that I'm using. Combination of kicker headwind and the Sunny Turbo fan on the side. If you were to Google GPLama winter is coming, you'll see both a video and a blog post I've done on the setup of fans and things that I use. Well, I've got 2 power meters I can look at data from tonight. Unfortunately, the third one's not going to be of any use. So what's taking place here is we're the non-racing group, and Tim, the ride leader, just slowly ramps up the pace, and as he comes past people with his big bunch, we all get gobbled up. Like Pac-Man. Punch around Pac-Man, there we go. It's been a reverse workout, I'll call this one. Where the hard work was done at the start. So 327 riders still on. That's brilliant. Okay, there goes Tim there with the beacon, ramping up the speed. Okay, Andre asked about the video. Unfortunately, the answer I'll give you is not going to help. I got them from a place called Stratco in New South Wales, Australia, who no longer have them. What you're after is turbo fans, or bite the bullet and just get the headwind, because you can spend a few hours wasting time searching for things you won't find, or just order the headwind. Money aside, solution-wise, it'll work. I'm all for optimizing processes. Or any local hardware store, any industrial fan. You can get creative. It's getting dropped a little bit from this bunch. And back. That wasn't a space bar I needed to hit. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm toast. Unhappy bread. Tim punches 6 watts a kilo. He can go. Cheap trainer, a power meter, or expensive trainer? Both. It really, if someone gives you an honest answer on that, they're lying. It's entirely up to you. Your riding, how many hours you're doing indoors, your budget, compatibility, your goals, what you consider as a good experience. Entirely your call. Anybody telling you otherwise is lying. The sway on this compared to the Neo, more sway than a kicker, less sway than a Neo. Expensive trainer and power meter. Good answer. Nadsy's having an easy night in the pedals. Legend from down Tasmania way. I think. I haven't confirmed Tasmania actually exists. Could possibly be Frankston with another postcode. See what's happening here where you get that damn text off the middle of the screen, so I can't see up the road. We can't see that bunch properly. Now you can. Horrible place for it. So swallowing up bunches as we go. Huge bunch here. Unfortunately, I can't answer any questions about the Hammer H2 tonight because we've encountered some technical issues. In level mode, which I think it's stuck in, feels okay. The little ring lives in Tasmanian. But that's what they'd all say. No, I'm not racing. I'm not racing here tonight. Just gonna stick with this bunch. 3Ks. Anyone can ride for 3Ks. Yeah, I'm not getting resistance changes. Can confirm that right there. So I guess this is going to be a 60-minute support ticket through to Saris and Zwift. Triple W thought I was an old guy. I am. What bikes do I have? This giant S-Works Shiv time trial bike, S-Works SL4, Scott CR1. Chris asked if I did a spin down first. Mate, rewind back to the start of the video and try not to ask questions about this trainer or I'll explode. Zwift racing tactics for beginners? Maybe. I don't believe the platform is ready for racing. Just my personal opinion. So, not yet. Oh man. I'm not going to sprint this one. These guys can go. All right. We'll let them roll it for the sprint. I want to take it. Well, I was this close to completely losing my shit and shutting down the stream, but we'll take that one as a good training day and a bit of behind the scenes of some of the shit that we have to put up with on a daily basis to get things working. If I look pissed off, it's because I am. Any news on the New York course? Nope. As soon as I have any news or anything like that Zwift-wise, I'll put it up pretty quick in a Zwift tip or a Lama news flash or something like that. So you can see the numbers there required to get completely shafted out the rear end at the start. Is my average watts per kilo there's 3.4 and no one's anywhere near that. That was because I had to chase for 15 minutes. So the next person near 3.4 is in 99th place. 87th, and I can guarantee you 3.4 will be probably in the top 10. There we go to win the thing. 3 watts a kilo, 3.36. 3.4 there, 11th place. Yeah, so not up on my, what was it, 4th or 5th last week. We are well down for reasons that I should stop talking about because it'll just end up being sweary. Oh yeah, but just anyone crossing the line there is going to get a ride on from me. That's just when I'm cruising down there, just making sure people who have put in just as hard effort as I have with the heart rates and effort and concentration holding wheels get a thumbs up as they come through the line. I should write a macro to do this for me. The ones you can't, you've already thumbed up them or they have left the game straight away. There we go. Cool, cool. Hang on. No, stay here. Don't swap worlds. I mean, crikey. Oh, really? Cridlin came 6th? Hell yeah. That's awesome. What a ride. Just jumping back through any of the questions I may have missed. Cheers, Matt Smith, for tuning in. I'm just going to ride through to the hour on this. Oh. Geez, once you get off the pedals and back onto the saddle a little harder, it's not that comfortable, is it? Will I go into Vegas after Reno? No. I do like Vegas, though. I don't gamble or drink or smoke or anything, so Vegas is kind of a waste of time for me, but the riding there at Red Rock was absolutely brilliant. I love that Red Rock loop. Big open roads, big smooth roads. Coming back into town with a tailwind that day, you just see Vegas. So drop over the ledge. Strap picking down Alta Drive. Absolutely. What do I have to say on direct mount brakes? Ask Gus. Nothing, because I don't own any. I just have a 2013 bike. So. The multiple thumbs up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, right at oh, excuse me, right at the hour up here on the screen. Oh. Feeling it now. Red Rock with an e-bike. Yeah, that'd be kind of handy, especially at the steeper part. There's a couple of little steep pinches on Red Rock. Great loop, such a great loop. And it's one direction as well. So you can sort of hook down and... Thanks everyone for chiming in. Best hour of Zwift ever. Maybe not for some people. It wasn't for me for the first 15 minutes. Oh well. That is what it is. Upgrading to a Scott foil. Nice one. Alright. So if you've got any questions, fire away. Any comments, fire away. Let me know. What did you think of the Lama news video I did the other day, if you caught that one, where I crammed in a lot of news articles all in one little video? They're a ton of fun to do because it's just pretty much me gathering all my notes and just standing there talking about what I think is cool. And it was received really well. I mean, it wasn't a mega hit video, but I think for the core viewers and the core subscribers who are into the stuff exactly like I am, you know, you mightn't go and buy everything, but you might just be interested in how things work, or just, you know, you want to be across all the new stuff. That's what I do all day, every day. Search up that sort of stuff. People send me links for things that are interesting, so I do like those videos. I might start putting more of those together. Let me know your thoughts. Have I tried the PowerTap P1S pedals? Yes, I've used the P1s, which is the dual-sided version of that, so the P1Ss are just the single version, so if your left-right balance is cool, that'd be fine. Characteristics of this trainer? Stay tuned for the Lama Lab test. Coming to a screen near you. What do I think about the PowerTap pedals? Love them. Just search GPLama PowerTap or GPLama P1 pedals. I've done multiple videos on the PowerTap P1 pedals. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We are. We've just ticked over. Brilliant. Now the next question on Zwift is, to the nearest kilometre, where do I have to go? Okay, 40 kilometres, we're 400 metres off. We can do that. We can do that. Angela loves watching the videos. Thank you. I do appreciate the feedback. Well, Mitch, if you saw the... Well, we're here. Well, I've got 40 Ks yet. Hang on. Let me get to 40 before I really don't get to 40 because of technical issues. This is the Zwift effect. I've got to get to 40. And then what we'll do, we'll jump over and have a look at the pairings of the trainer, just to top end this, to bookend, to top end, to top oneself. Speaking of that little laugh we had with the Favero guys who said, you know, the Favero has topped itself thanks to you. And I had a bit of a laugh with that. Everyone did. It was all lighthearted. They contacted me just before I got on the trainer tonight, and just as a clarification. So they sent out a newsletter saying the Favero has topped itself. as in gotten better, because they released a new firmware for it. And they're Italian, so the translation doesn't translate over to topping oneself as it's getting better. So they were quite embarrassed, but they laughed. They got it. I explained what it meant. It was all fun and games. Okay, so we go over here. So the Saris, where are we? We're an hour into the video. Good. I'll make note of this. So the FEC is stuck at 20 watts. The Bluetooth is stuck at 26,217 watts. Oh, it dropped out. I was going to go for the green jersey sprint with 26,000 watts. That is what it is, though. And there's the Saris power meter there reading 0. Stages is... that's okay. So yeah, there's the Aciomas. But that's completely... Can we even do 26,000 watts? Oh. We could have got all the jerseys. Quark power meter. It's a bike in the other room. Okay. Part of troubleshooting on the fly. Let's have a look at rebooting that. Okay, that should have dropped out and come back in. 360 watts on the power. Okay, now it's back to 0. Look, it may have even just been... I did connect to it via their app. I didn't do anything weird, but I did connect to it via the app to see if it needed a firmware update. I didn't reboot it after that. Things don't need reboots, though. So it's back. And there we go. It's... Let's just see if we can do a short ride with it, though, I guess. FEC. FEC stands for Fitness Equipment Control. It's an Ant Plus standard. That everything, if it talks FEC, everything should just be compatible. And it's okay. Not something I really had time to do, though, at the start of the ride. Do they fix really loose power connectors? I'm not sure. I didn't have any issues with power connectors. But that's now... That's pretty spot on with the power meters that I have on the bike. Just by eye, it's kind of hard to do it with 3-second averaging by eye. So, anyway, I mean, that's a bit of an uptick there in my books. But what actually took place there at the start shouldn't have taken place. It just locked in and stopped. I do note that the Bluetooth icon is now off. There are no devices. Use the paired. Again, get to get the idea. Okay, whether that's of any consequence. Sorry, I'm just troubleshooting on the fly here. Oh yeah, the Asioma is 48,000 watts. Yeah, let's go with that. Stages power. Something is really, really screwing the pooch. What is this? That's not the... The Asiomas are pretty well behaved. Direct Bluetooth for Windows isn't supported by Zwift yet. That's why we're going through the mobile phone app here. The refresh on these is a kind of a little bit laggy, but that's all not too bad. Anyway, the mystery deepens. So there's the rabbit hole that we do go down with a few of those things. So what happened there at the start? Who knows? But me as a customer, as a user experience, that was bloody horrible. Yeah, and this is why. If you're going to look at reviews of things, then just get multiple reviews on multiple sources. People asking about the Kicker Core. It's been going pretty well for me, but again, what I want to see is hundreds of them out there, thousands of them out there, and people reporting back how they operate. Don't know. More to come soon, I guess. So here's my hour-and-a-half support ticket over to Saris, and possibly over to Zwift. I'll be throwing this Zwift log through zwiftalizer.com. Handy little tool there by Mike Haney. That you can debug things with Zwift. Further questions here. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anyone's. Looking for indoor bike train. Is there an alternative to the Watt Bike Atom or the Virtue Pro? Well, the Tax bike won't be too far away. The Tax Smart bike. We'll see how that goes. The Atom turned 1 the other day. I saw them cutting virtual cake for that. Enjoy some coffee and cake. Yeah, I need some, mate. Thanks, Phil. Do I always ride Zwift? What do I think about real live videos? Stay tuned. Stay tuned on real live video stuff. There's a lot of summer rides, and I did upload a couple to KinoMap last summer here in Ballarat. I rode around a few courses, put them up on KinoMap, and rode around there. I know the team from KinoMap quite well out of France. Is the clock up in the right-hand corner of Zwift an add-on or something? Sorry, if you're looking at the clock up there, yeah, this is all customized for my OBS live stream stuff. 12 degrees outside. It's getting warmer here in Ballarat. So just going through the questions here. I do appreciate people taking the time to type out something to me and have a chat, so I'll see what I can do in replying back if you've got any questions. The Quark is strong, definitely. The Quark, I'm not sure, that was Von riding out in the other room with her Quark. Some sort of H2 software crash, yeah, it shouldn't happen though. Yeah, so, I mean, again, because I love a good debug session, let's have a look. Well, first of all, I'm going to kill everything that may have Bluetooth open on this phone. Let's jump over to this one. One sec. Sorry, if you want to hang around and watch a debug sesh, this is what it's all about. And how well can my phone swap midstream? They probably. Hey, there we go. Power tap. So I just switched phones there with the streaming setup. That's cool. That's absolutely cool. World champs pick. Ooh, I don't know. A week out, I'll have someone picked a week out. Okay, so what we've got here is the hammer sensor here. This is connected over Bluetooth. Firmware version here, again, just for record. I guess this is going from YouTube. 31.043, 27.031. Lots of numbers there. No, there's no spin down or anything involved. To do any sort of analysis like this, we first off get rid of the controllable trainer, because that's these apps will want to take over control. So if I just want to ride this passively, I'm just going to pair Zwift to my other power meter. Again, if you want to help nerd out with me here, this is the process I go through. We're trying to debug this stuff. Okay, so now we're connected to Zwift via the power meter, so I get the extra Ks that I tick over. I have the app here connected to the trainer direct. And it's a very similar setup to how I've done videos on how to do two things at once. So if you want to ride Zwift and ride another app, or ride another something else controlling your trainer, this is how you do it. No controllable trainer on Zwift, just power meter or power source, so it just reads, it doesn't write to the trainer or anything like that, and another phone over Bluetooth or another device over Bluetooth to control the power. Back out of the rabbit hole. I thought the old hammer had a spin down. If I click and hold, there's nothing going on there. Status connected, hammer there, profile name. I just save that, and there's no settings. Sometimes companies tuck away the say hello via email. No, I'm good. Start ride activities. There's nowhere. That's the firmware page I went to. It's another way of getting to it. Should I connect the power to the Saris power or power source on Zwift, or if it, so the standard or the private app plus or the FEC version. I try and go FEC because I like to support the standards, and that's what works with most trainers. Zwift now supports spin down, etc. on the FEC. Okay, so it's in the Ruvi app. Okay, here's another problem with that. See, Ruvi is not Saris anymore. They're separate companies. There was Virtual Cycling, who was owned by Saris. They've split off. They cannot put their trainer administration to another company. If that's really the case. Okay, checkbox number 53 for this support ticket to Saris. Don't do this. Put your spin down in your own app, please. Horrible. So I've got to go download Ruvi, really. So if I've got to go to Ruvi Mobile, and it's going to ask me to sign in, isn't it? I don't want you this. I don't want that. Okay, here we go. I just happened to have it there. I didn't even know I had it. I was sort of teeing off on him a little bit. Still stands. One sec. I didn't mean to log out there. Now I've actually got to log. I need a moment. So, here's what I want to do right now. I want to just log into the app to see if I can do a spin down on this trainer. That's all. Simple. Simple task. I'm across how this shit works. I really am. I promise. I didn't mean to log out, but why the... Okay, so hopefully the tunes are playing in the background. Just sing to yourselves for a sec while I... So Ruby's wanting me to log in. Just gotta make sure I don't live stream my credentials. Can't get any worse. I'm not even logged in anyway. Someone else can log in for me. I just want to do a spin down. And now this company knows it wants my username, email address, date of birth. No, I just want to spin down the trainer. I just want to do a spin down. What's the minimum information I can put in there? Oh, email address. Now, if I put my email address, it'll say I'm already registered. .vom. Vomit. I'm going to leave it there. I don't have time for this shit at all. Thanks for watching. We'll be submitting this as a support ticket that I hope somebody watches, because holy shit, I won't be rewatching this one. This has been an absolute nightmare. I just want to do the spin down for fuck's sake. But that's what we're left with. So let me just shut off my... What do we end up getting? 41Ks. Awesome. Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming along and enjoying that little session at the start there. Apologies for the frustrations you may have witnessed here, but here's what it is. You're not getting any polished. You're going to get smiles all the time. And I totally get it. And if anybody wants to know if I get looked after any worse or any better than anyone else having that user experience, wind back to the first start of the video and then wind back to about the last 5 minutes of this video. It's all the same shit, day in, day out. But if I can help people get through this themselves, and if I can help companies not have experience, or make their customers, or allow customers not to have experiences like I've had tonight, that's what I'm all about. So I'll continue to do that. We're shooting off some colourful emails later on, and I'll be back with more, hopefully with the Hammer H2 with the firmware update or an explanation of what happened there at the start. We'll do a Lama lab test. We'll launch this from a local bridge onto a freeway. We'll see if it bounces. It's all happy days here in the Lama lab. So thanks for coming along, and we shall let Gareth swear in the comments, which I usually moderate. So thanks for coming along, everyone. We shall see you next time. Thank you.